What's up, Phoenixes, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about sugar addiction. It is a question that you guys ask me constantly, so I'm going to break it down and help you finally end the battle that you have with sugar. Be sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm gonna show you how to figure out the root cause of your sugar addiction. And I know a lot of you just try and stop eating sugar by just restricting, but it's actually so much deeper than that. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a framework of how to break it down and figure out the root cause of why you can't put the M&Ms down. And if you truly want to end the battle with food in your body, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I drop these videos every single Thursday for content that you guys ask me for. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notified every single Thursday when I drop it like it's hot. So who am I? I'm Sam Skelly. I am the founder of Hungry for Happiness, and I've helped hundreds of thousands of women and men finally end the battle they have with food in their body, because we know it has nothing to do with the food and it's all emotional. And so I help people go through that process of understanding what is causing it and how to finally end the battle once and for all. All right, so let's talk about sugar. I know sugar is a very addicting substance, and it is one of those things that we feel so triggered by. Have you ever been at a Christmas party or a holiday party or a birthday party or whatever, and you see sugar and you're just like, oh, I need to like literally sit on my hands to not have it? Why is that? Why is it so addicting? Well, let me tell you, when you have sugar, your brain releases dopamine, which allows us to be addicted more and more and more. So it's really a substance. It's no different than cigarettes or alcohol or drugs or whatever it is. We can create addictions to that feeling. And so when we have sugar, it releases that feeling, and we just want to have more and more and more and more and more of it. And the more that we have, the more that we crave it. And that's the difficult thing about it, is because you're fighting against your body's natural impulse to really want it. And so willpower is not good enough. And that is why we have to understand what is truly creating it and heal it at the root, rather than trying to just restrict our sugar, okay? So understanding that your body is actually addicted to it is just like a drug. So when you think of sugar, I want you to think of it as a drug, because that's exactly how it's reacting in your body. So essentially, it just hijacks your brain, and you just crave more and more and more and more of it. Now, here's the cool thing. When you stop eating sugar, and I'm gonna show you how to do that, when you stop doing it, your body stops craving it. When your body is not run on sugar constantly, it stops craving sugar, and that's the beautiful thing. And I know the sticky part, the hard part, is to just untangle those behaviors, which is what we're going to do in this video. So the second thing, just choose foods that are naturally sweetened. So things like raspberries and apples and pears and bananas, like there's so much goodness that comes from the earth that is not going to make us all hijacked and addicted to this substance, and it's truly good for our bodies. And so when you are feeling that impulse to like eat a whole bag of M&Ms or just binge eat on whatever kind of sugar, ask yourself, what is naturally sweetened that would feel really good for me to eat right now, and make those decisions, make those choices. So the more that you get into the habit of, when you feel that impulse, you choose something naturally sweet versus going for a big bag of candy, the more you're going to embody that habit, and the more your sugar addiction is going to be reduced. And when you do this, make sure you're constantly drinking lots of water to really flush it out, because it is a drug in your system. We need to flush it out. So if you are deciding to end the battle with sugar and start to go to more naturally sweetened foods, make sure you're drinking a lot of water. We can get headaches from this kind of stuff too, because our body is literally going through a withdrawal. It's no different than getting off any sort of drug, or if you've ever tried to stop coffee, you get like that excruciating headache. It's because our body is missing something that it's normally getting at. So make sure you really hydrate your system so it doesn't affect you as bad. And make sure you're getting a lot of sleep as you're trying to get off of this sugar roller coaster. Being fatigued encourages us to consume sugar. And so when you're well rested and when you have a clear head, you naturally make better decisions. So as you're starting to untangle this addiction to sugar, make sure not only you're well hydrated, you're eating nourishing, dense food, you're also getting a ton of sleep. So what I've just described is behaviors that you can do to support you breaking your sugar addiction. Now, here's the thing. We need to go 10 layers deeper, and we need to ask ourselves this very important question. What am I actually hungry for? Because we both know, and if you don't know, now you know, that binge eating, sugar addiction, food addiction, everything has nothing to do with the food. It has nothing to do with the food. It's an emotionally driven response. And so ask yourself the question when you're on the verge of wanting to binge eat sugar. Take a breath, get really present, and ask yourself, what am I actually hungry for? And just listen to your body. Listen to your body and ask yourself, maybe you're feeling lonely. Maybe you're feeling anxious. Maybe you're feeling depressed. Maybe you're feeling whatever. And that is the opportunity for you to understand how to self-soothe yourself. And what do I mean by that? That means not being dependent on anything external to really fulfill that feeling of that emptiness or that void in your body. Because what you're doing with sugar is you're just trying to fill an emotional void. So asking yourself and getting clear, what am I actually hungry for? What is the emotion that I'm actually hungry for? And ask yourself, how can I fulfill this emotion without the consumption of sugar? So those things combined are really going to help support you to get on the right foot and finally end the battle that you've been struggling with when it comes to sugar. So I wanna know from you, when you reach to sugar, what is it that you're eating? I would love to know. Answer in the comments below. Let me know, what do you go for? And then I want you to also answer, what are you gonna substitute it with that is naturally sweetened? Raspberries, fruits, whatever it is. What is naturally sweetened that you are going to replace that with? So in a minute, I'm gonna show you something that really helped me when I was overcoming that addiction to sugar. But first, if you truly want to end the battle with food in your body, I'd love to support you, I'd love to help you. I have a completely free 5-day food freedom challenge where I'm gonna walk you through day by day, give you meditations and give you videos to really help support you with this, because we know it's not about the food, because we know it's emotional, and a lot of that stuff can be a little bit confusing. So I wanna guide you and I wanna help you to finally end the battle you have with food in your body. So click the link in the description and I will walk you through for the next 5 days to truly help you once and for all end the battle you have with food. So something that really helped me when I was overcoming this is I would ask myself, how do I feel in my body after I consume sugar? What is that feeling? And just getting really real about what that feeling is. It would normally be lethargic, brain foggy, gross, whatever it was. And then I would just ask myself, is this worth it? Is this worth it to have this sugar? And you're gonna be able to understand really quickly what the answer is. So the more you understand how bad you feel, the easier it's going to be to derail that addiction. So you can get proactive about it rather than just having a bunch of sugar and then just being like, oh, I feel shameful and guilty. I'm just gonna carry on with my day and distract yourself. Just get real with where you're at. Ask yourself, how am I feeling in my body right now? What is the reaction? What is my body telling me? The more that we're connected into our body, the more our body is gonna give us information about what's going on. And so get real about it. It's okay if you eat the sugar, but just ask yourself, how am I feeling right now? And I promise you, the more awareness you have around how you're feeling after, the easier it's gonna be for you to stop doing those behaviors constantly, because the cost of it is way too high and the benefit is just way too low. All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed this and this was helpful for you, give me a thumbs up, let me know in the comments, and also let me know if there's any other videos that you want me to create for you, because I want to create content that truly supports your battle with food and your body. My intention for this channel is to create a tribe around something that is kind of shameful, kind of guilty, and it's really hard to get information. So I want to be that resource for you. So be sure to stick around, introduce yourself. I answer every single comment and question in the comments. And so let me know, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye for now.